She put her phone up to the glass, and on the phone it said, "The mole on the back of your neck is cancer." He said, "We got the biopsy and I'm going to diagnose you with cancer and I'm going to cure you with cancer," in the same phone call. She extended my life. She didn't take me out of a burning car like the big stories, but she took me out of a slow fire. The words out of the doctor's mouth were, if I ignored that for 4 to 5 years, I wouldn't be here. I want her to know that her persistence was what saved my life. I want to say thank you.
Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle is the center of the hockey world now as the NHL's newest franchise, the Kraken, plays its home opener with the Canucks providing the opposition.
It was a crazy day, being it was the Seattle Kraken's first game. Climate Pledge Arena was opening, so there was people everywhere. The pregame was over and the game started. It started to become just a regular game. I stand on the bench, and at the end of the period, we'll switch the bench around so the defensive skate blades move to the other end because the defense moved, and we switch the forwards. So I do that at the end of the period, and I was in the process of doing that, and somebody put their cell phone up on the glass, and it said, "There's a mole on your neck that looks cancerous, and you should see a doctor." I kind of just kept walking. I glanced and noticed it was a female holding the phone, but I just kind of kept walking.
When I was looking at him, and trust me, I debated for a long time. I was like, should I say something, or is that's gonna make him uncomfortable? Maybe it's inappropriate. But I thought, there's no other time I'm gonna see this person. And if that was my dad sitting there, if that was my mom, if that was me, and a stranger just by chance saw this and had the knowledge to encourage you to go to the doctor, I would want that to happen. I was just thinking about my loved ones, and I thought, worst case scenario, he ignores me, or it's nothing, right? And that's a good thing. Or best case scenario, he catches something that could possibly end his life. I really liked those odds. So I thought, I'll just take a chance. Maybe I'll be embarrassed for a little bit, but it turned out amazing.
When she wrote the message on her phone, it wasn't just like a typed easy message. She made the font bigger, put words in red. Cancer, doctor, and mole were all in red. She made it as big as she could possibly make it on her phone.
And all I said was, the mole on the back of your neck looks like it could possibly be cancerous. Please go see a doctor.
Really resonated with me that I owed it to her to have this checked for the amount of effort she put in to A, writing the note, the way she wrote the note, and then getting my attention. We played at home, our home opener, and our team doctors all come on game nights. So I asked Dr. Bovard to look at the mole on the back of my neck. He looked at it and he didn't love it. And I said, well, if you don't like it and this fan is not liked it, then we need to cut it out, and I'm not too worried about a scar. So on Thursday night, our next game, he brought the equipment to cut out a mole. He cut it out half an hour before the game and took it home and sent it off the next day.
When I left the game, I regretted saying something. His reaction was kind of nonchalant, and so I thought that this was such an inappropriate time for me to bring it up. And I know I would only see him once, but maybe this wasn't it. And yeah, so I kind of regretted it. And me and my mom and we kind of talked about it over several weeks or months after, and we kept thinking about what happened after.
So then a few weeks later, I got a phone call. He said, "I'm going to diagnose you with cancer and I'm going to cure you with cancer," in the same phone call. "You're a lucky guy. You have a malignant melanoma in site 2. What that means is the first layer of your skin has a cancerous mole on it, but it hasn't worked its way to the second layer of skin, which would be invasive." I got the best bad news I could get. He made an appointment for me to see a plastic surgeon to have the bigger area around the mole cut out, and we sent that in, and that came back as no trace of malignant melanoma.
To get some sort of finality, and that it turned out well. I never would have expected this, and especially all of this. I mean, the fact that he said something to the public, I mean, that's so gracious of him to do.
I knew from the minute I got the results, I needed to find this person. I needed to thank this person. When I first talked about getting it on Twitter, I thought, maybe the Kraken will help retweet it. I didn't expect all the national media people to retweet it. Local media in NHL cities that weren't called Seattle or Vancouver. I was absolutely blown away by the amount of people and the caringness of people that retweeted it and the words that were said. I just had to close my phone and put my phone in my pocket because it was so overwhelming that this many people cared and this many people were on the search to find her. It was extremely overwhelming, and I am equally as thankful for all those people as I am for this whole process.
I work at a crisis hotline, and so I was there over New Year's, and so I left super late. There was traffic, and I ended up getting home late and waking up late to my mom's call, and she just says, "Nadia, you have no idea what's going on right now." And she's screaming, and she said, "Check the Kraken's Twitter." So I go, okay, I pull up their page, and it's the statement from Red, and I'm reading it, and I read it probably 3 times, and I just say to her, they're not looking for me. There's no way they're looking for me. But they were, and my mom sent me, screenshots of people reaching out to her and being very moved by the story, and I just can't believe that I was the catalyst for that. I feel like a very unspecial person. So to have all of this happen, it's so incredible. Easily the coolest thing that's happened in my life.
First of all, just your reaction to the news that the woman has been found.
I'm thrilled. That's the whole reason the letter was written, was I want her to know. I knew because of her.
What do you think your first kind of reaction, what do you think it's going to be like when you first meet her? What are you going to say?
Well, thank you. And then my mom wants her to know that she loves her. I will let her know my message from my mom.
Wow, this is the moment, the moment of anticipation. Oh wow, I'm so excited to meet him. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Are you okay with shaking hands?
Yes.
Thank you so much
Thank
for reaching
you.
out.
Well,
oh my
thank
gosh. I was so shocked when I heard about everything. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I guess I gather you're getting as much text messages and...
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, you deserve every single one.
I really don't, but thank you.
Well.
So, I watched a little bit of your press conference, and it was the sweetest thing when you were talking about your mom.
Well, my mom wants you to know she loves you, and my sister.
I love your mom and your sister too, so we're on the same wavelength.
And obviously Jessica, when you're this old, you say wife.
Yeah.
So Jessica and my daughter Ashley.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I actually wanted to thank Jessica because I heard that she was kind of the one to look at it and farther push you to go. And
well, yeah, but obviously you played a game of what would I have done, but when you showed me your phone, I also said today I felt terrible because I was kind of like, okay.
I thought you already knew about it.
No, I didn't.
And I was like, oh no, he didn't want me to bring it up.
So I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I was expecting to see. And but then the next day I woke up and then I said to Jess, like, it was your effort and your persistence and the fact that you just didn't write it on your phone like you wrote it, the way you wrote it on your phone. I told Jess, like, I owe it to this person to get checked. Like, if she went this far, I don't know her, I don't know what she knows, I don't know anything about her. I need to get this checked.
I was so nervous to bring it up, so I tried to catch you in a moment where there weren't a lot of people around. I was like, oh no, I don't want his coworkers seeing and all of that. So I'm so glad you saw it.
And you're going to medical school, is that?
Yeah. I've gotten into a couple of med schools, and so I'm going to be starting this upcoming year. So summer or
well, you
fall.
already started apparently.
I guess. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah. Some people were asking me like, how does it feel? And I was like, what an amazing way to start, my journey to med school. It's pretty priceless. I mean, I'm so happy for you that you got it checked out. And
I can't thank you enough for taking the time to put that on your phone, get my attention.
I can't thank you. I mean, wow. Yeah.
And I am so happy that we were able to let you know that what you did saved a life.
I really appreciate it.
I really, really appreciate that.
I mean, wow, thank you. I appreciate it more than you know. I will remember this day forever.
You and me
so
both.
you're burned into my mind. I'm sure I'm burned into yours a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah.
Like Brian probably just said to you, thank you
Thank you. I know you don't know Brian much more than the 5 minutes probably that you've just met him, but he is the absolute best person on this earth, which is why I'm the luckiest that he's my amazing life partner and Ashley's amazing dad. He's so generous and kind and thoughtful. So for you, it means the absolute world to us that you did what you did and took the time. You made just a huge, huge difference for the most remarkable human on the planet besides yourself. So thank you. It's so great to meet you, and I'm so excited that we were able to find you so fast.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Overwhelming, I'm sure, for you, and it definitely was for us and our family.
Yeah.
As well. You wanna thank you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, of course. I'm so sorry. It must have been really scary news when, you were actually diagnosed, and I'm just, we don't notice these things, even like in our loved ones. Like you said, Jessica, you can kind of like look and you see weird things, but that's just we're human, we're weird. I'm so glad that I get to see you guys, and thank you, and thank you for just being an amplifying voice to go to the doctor, and it means the world to me, and this experience has been very special. They're so sweet.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me cry. That is so
You and me both.
sweet. Oh my
So,
gosh.
yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the game tonight.
Yeah.
Same seats?
I'll see you. I'll see you.
Okay, all right. I was not prepared for her to be as thankful as she was of me as I was of her. She really, really appreciated that I reached out or attempted to reach out to find her, which I wasn't expecting. I didn't know what to say to her other than thank you. Yeah, what do you say to someone who does the biggest act of kindness you'll ever probably receive in your life? Like you're about to walk in a room and there's this, nothing about her other than she reached out to try to save your life.
I'm gonna cherish the moment where I got to speak to his family. I think that sometimes we just kind of let ourselves go a little bit, and that we don't always take care of ourselves in the best way that we should. And to hear from his family that was really impacted, I think that's incredibly special.
Back in those same lucky seats she sat in on opening night, Nadia, the Kraken, and the Canucks cannot thank you enough. And together, we would like to give you $10,000 toward your college tuition. We know you're going to make a phenomenal doctor.
The biggest lesson I learned was if somebody points something out about you, instead of being critical of them judging you, maybe listen. Maybe they know something you don't know.
I'm hoping that it encourages more of the public to, check on themselves, check on their loved ones, take a mirror to the back if you need to see what's going on and without, your eyesight. And yeah, I'm hoping that it encourages a lot of people to go see the doctor. I'm so lucky, and I'm so grateful that we were there that game. And there's just so many little things that if one of them didn't happen, we might not be here, and he would still have that. And so it's really special to me, and I'm just very grateful for everything that happened that day.
People are genuinely excited for Nadia. People are excited that I met her. They're thankful I met her. She's a wonderful human that I'm really, really excited the world is meeting, because this world needs more Nadias, and people like Nadia should be celebrated. When the news broke and her mom realized that it was Nadia, they couldn't get a hold of Nadia because she was sleeping from working all night at the Suicide Prevention Center in Seattle. I joked that saving lives is just something Nadia tends to do.